hello, one and all. I'm Bradford Becker here to welcome you to Red Barn Radio. This evening we continue on in our 23rd year of broadcasting, and tonight we have episode number 875. Yeah. And our guest this evening on Red Barn Radio for show number 875 is an ensemble we've had with us before and watched grow with much glee. We felt pride as they've developed to reach to fans beyond our state borders, playing festivals like Floydfest and Railbird, and touring with the great John Popper and Blues Traveler. I'm talking about Magnolia Boulevard. It's a band of great players and singers who are now evolving with new members and exciting new material. We're so glad to have them with us here tonight. We know you love these folks because you ask about them all the time. Well, here they are. Welcome, Magnolia Boulevard, to Red Barn Radio.
Thanks for having us. Thanks so much. My sister, she lives in the hills far away. And my sister, she walks her own way. We'll talk and drink coffee till we're old and gray. My sister, I'm missing you today. Watch out, boy, she's got too much to take. And her heart's too big, and it surely would break. She's too strong for you, and that's how she's been made. My sister, blue eyes won't fade. boy, she's got too much to take. And her heart's too big, and it's only one way. She's too strong for you, and that's how she's been made. My sister, blue eyes won't fade. Blue eyes don't fade. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to Red Barn Radio. Wherever in the world you're listening, welcome to Roots Music Southern Style. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. Red Barn Radio is supported by Visit Lex, Lexington, Kentucky's Convention and Visitors Bureau. More information on what Lexington has to offer is at visitlex.com. LexArts, Lexington, Kentucky's premier cultural development, advocacy, and fundraising organization, working for the development of a strong and vibrant arts community as a means of enhancing the quality of life in Central Kentucky. Follow Red Barn Radio on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Here's the host of Red Barn Radio to tell us more about tonight's performers.
If you're listening tonight and know about Magnolia Boulevard, our guest this evening, you're probably both musically astute and a discerning follower of regional musical success stories. It could also be that you're from elsewhere, that you go to some big festivals like Railbird or Floydfest where these guys have played, or maybe that you're a fan of Paul Reed Smith instruments and know the story of how the man himself was taken by the powerful sound and musicianship of Magnolia Boulevard when they performed at the 50th anniversary celebration of Wilkett Guitars back in 2018. Well, folks, get ready to enjoy how Magnolia Boulevard eschews the stagnation that comes when bands rest on their laurels and stop growing. Ryan Allen and Maggie Noel have been writing and recording, and they tell us they're looking forward to releasing in 2025 what they believe to be their best work to date. I'm excited to have them with us here on Red Barn tonight. Magnolia Boulevard is Ryan Allen, Maggie Noel, Roddy Puckett, Austin Lewis, and Brandon Johnson. Welcome, Magnolia Boulevard, back to Red Barn Radio.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's good to be here. The simplicity of dreaming. I'm walking away from everything. The state of not being, the state of just being. Floating on dreams and tricks played out by my mind. Take a look inside, see what's to find. Wondrous gaze of incredulous curiosity. You and me, and all that is to be, in everything. Everything. slipping further astray. And I know that you know how you and I know. We both know that we were meant to be. Yeah, we both know that we were meant to be. Thank you. It's a new fun one to play.
It is a new fun one.
A new fun one. Just one sound can carry me, takes me back in time, clearer than a Polaroid picture in my mind. When I go back there, I know exactly how. I close my eyes and let those sweet memories take me there right now, where all my dreams were right in front of me. So pretty, pretty please, don't you wake me up. Don't you wake me up. Hey, little girl, where you been? I ain't seen you for a while. Remember all the games we used to play? Our imagination ran wild, where all of my dreams were right in front of me. So pretty, pretty please, don't you wake me up. Don't you wake me up. The more I see, the less I seem to know. Sweet memories take me home.
Yeah. All right. Well, our guest this evening on Red Barn Radio is Magnolia Boulevard, and wow, yeah, the music does sound like a lot of fun to play, Roddy. It's fun. If it's half as fun to play as it is to listen to, I wish I was you.
It is fun.
Yeah. Well, you guys are the new faces up there. Roddy, Austin, not new faces, but you're the new characters
Thanks
in the
for
cast.
the compliment, new face.
You do have a new face. It's not bearded anymore, Roddy.
That's right.
Yeah. But it's great to meet all of you, and so good to have all of you on stage here at Red Barn again. So I'd love for you to talk just for a minute about "Don't Wake Me." Great song, and I love it. I think about how many times my dog hacking wakes me up in the middle of the night, right when I'm falling into a beautiful
I'm so glad that's
dream.
what that made you think of, Brad.
Well.
Your dog just, over there in
It
the
wasn't so
corner.
much the hack. It's the experience of just like being ready to fall into a beautiful dream.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, being woken up. Tell me about that song. I guess, Ryan, you were saying that that's one of a couple of tunes that you all had the chance to do with Luther Dickinson.
Yeah, Luther
Yeah.
Dickinson.
Tell us about that.
He's the coolest dude. Him and his brother both are just
Oh,
so
yeah.
nice.
They have my ears are still ringing from the last time I saw them about 11 years ago.
Yeah, that's a real deal live show.
Yeah.
We saw him in New Orleans at Jazz Fest at Tipitina's, and man, what kind of energy they bring. It's so cool. That's
Talking about North Mississippi All
Yeah.
Stars.
North Mississippi All-Stars.
Yeah.
They're legends down there. But yeah, how did we meet Luther?
Yeah, how did that come about?
I'd have to think about it. No, we've just we've been blessed with the amount of folks we've met. I want to say it's a
Oh, we opened for North Mississippi and Southern Illinois at this cave amphitheater venue, which is I don't think is there anymore.
No, they just restarted it.
Shawnee Cave Amphitheater.
Oh.
It was us and them and Dumpster Funk,
Mm-hmm.
and that was such a cool place. It's like a tiny little, I don't know, tiny little Red Rocks or something.
Oh, neat.
But
in a cave.
Well, probably
Yeah.
more important than how you met is like what you did together, and like what was the collaboration like?
oh
Can you
man,
talk
he
about that?
was just so supportive, and we went down to his buddy's house in Nashville and recorded 3 songs. We only put 2 of them out, but he was so pleasant to work with and just so encouraging. And
Very
yeah.
encouraging. You can just tell he's one of those humans that really feels the music,
Yeah.
and he definitely wants things to happen as naturally as possible. So "Don't Wake Me" was a big one for him. I feel that he really took part in the producing part of that song.
Yeah, we cut it all pretty much live. That's how he likes to do it, and I think it came through.
Was that a new experience for you doing a recording or capturing stuff live like that?
I think things are going to change. The EP that came out before that, we did live in Prestonsburg at the Mountain Arts Center,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the first time that we had done live studio recording.
It definitely suits us
yeah.
better as a band. I think that we are, when recording live, that really kind of tells a little bit, it really just kind of shows who we are, because we work better live, and getting in the recording studio and cutting things up like they do and having to redo this and that and then do this little snippet here and there. Sometimes it's,
A little too methodical and
Yeah.
Right.
so that was a great experience all around.
Do you all intend to do more things with him, or is that just not really on the table right now? You moving forward some other things, some newer things.
We're open to all possibilities, and
Yeah.
Luther's been a very good friend to us, so maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to work with Luther again.
Cool. So it just seems like when look over, you sort of gave me, Ryan, a timeline, of the last, the last 7 years, and it just seems like just a sort of a crazy ride, and with some, a lot of exciting things and a lot of sadness and a lot of change, and would love to hear you talk about that, and I don't know, sort of how you all worked as a band, how you all worked through some of those big changes, and what kind of challenges that brought to you all. Could you name just a few dozen of the challenges of that?
How much time we got here?
Yeah, we have plenty of time.
No, I personally will say I'm very blessed. This is my brother. He's like one of the most supportive humans that I've ever came across. Not just like on one solid thing, but in all stages of my life. This is my bubby. But Ryan and I have primarily always been the two songwriters of the group.
Yeah.
So when everything felt like it was falling apart, just as long as I knew that I had him, I felt better. And we make a really good team, and we've persevered through a lot. So again, I personally think that just the two of us, we can accomplish anything.
And was that period of sort of falling apart for you guys, sort of focused on the loss of Todd? Was it sort of a convergence of a variety of things, including that time that shall go unnamed, COVID?
Yeah, the thing that should not be said,
Yeah.
COVID. As I said earlier to you, I feel like since COVID happened, my timeline of things, I'm not great with dates anyways, but since COVID, I've just forgotten about all of this other, the timeline of. Anyways, after losing Todd, we didn't really know where we stood, because Todd was essentially, the backbone of this band. This was his baby. So to be able to have like I said, the perseverance and just knowing and kind of in the back of our head that we had to continue to do this for Todd made it that much more gratifying. And then having Roddy come with us now, it kind of comes around full circle because Todd and Roddy were really close friends. But yeah, to go back to the question, we've been blessed with a lot of really great opportunities, and then we've also had some flub ups here and there. But I just think those are the things in life that makes you stronger. And I feel like now we're finally at a good spot for the band, that it's a really good spot.
Yeah, well, they certainly can make you stronger, right? They can also cause people to just throw in the towel and collapse. And I'm so glad you all didn't. What were you going to say, Ryan? Were you on the verge of saying something?
I was just going to let Maggie brag on me a little more. But no, just as long as, like she was saying, I think I kind of thought the same thing. Like, well, as long as Maggie's singing, people are going to stop and turn their heads and listen. And if I have the opportunity to write songs that she can sing, that sounds like a good deal to me. So I'm going to keep doing that as long as she'll let me.
Yeah, well, you do have a beautiful voice, and it's powerful in so many ways. But you're also surrounded with some great sound, not the least of which Ryan, self-defacing Ryan. Your keyboard sounds, which there's so much of what you are doing there that is sort of, to me, part of the signature sound. Just the stuff that I've listened to. As you think about sort of where you all are going now with a new sort of cast of players, are there things that were in your music maybe that were in the background in the past that you feel are sort of pushing forward a little more now? And can you talk about that some?
Big time.
Yeah.
Well, we got singers now, for one thing, and that's awesome. I've always wished we had more harmonies in the band. And now that we can do that, I think that's just a game changer. And I think we're more of a song band now and less of a, like a jam band. I mean, we can still jam when we want, but we never really wanted to be a jam band.
And is that how you felt you were sort of defined in your sort of first incarnation of the group?
I mean,
Slightly.
possibly.
Slightly. I feel like the first part of this band's career, we really mainly only played like a lot of jam scene festivals and things of nature, which we could do. But as Ron was saying, like, he and I have always been really, like, our focal point was always the words. Like, we're big word people. We like words.
Yeah.
So it's nice that we can kind of hone in on those things and really just make the songs more meaningful.
Yeah.
It's cool to be loud and it's cool to do all the things and show off and whatnot, but we really just like to play the songs.
Yeah, right. And the lyrics sometimes in the jam get lost in the jam.
Exactly.
They get kind of swallowed up in it, and the frenzy of the audience is exciting.
Yeah.
Yet, when it's all done, you might have some people going like, "What was that lyric?" That they were singing. Yeah, right. That's neat. Roddy, how about you? Do you like as a bass player? You like to jam? You like the jam?
Hell yeah.
Thing? Yeah. But this is a song band. Okay? There's no
Hey,
room for
now
that anymore.
there's a perfect balance. I'm allowed to jam while the song's going on too. You know.
You do.
And that's the beautiful thing about these songs. I mean, the words are captivating, but there's a groove and melody to it all that suits me great. And, I think it's a great segue, too. We talk about not being a jam band, but we got a good cover tune coming up.
Oh, yeah.
We might jam a little bit here.
Yeah.
Just
Our next song is gonna be about
disregard.
10 minutes, so forget about it.
We're a song band.
You said.
But, yeah, I'm loving it. I'm thankful to be on board and,
Yeah.
We're very happy to have them.
contribute.
These guys.
Well, yeah.
Roddy Puckett,
Yeah, how about all
Austin
three of 'em?
Lewis, B back here on the drums.
Yeah, we just got out of the studio. I'm sure we're going to talk about that, but I'll spill the beans. And
Spill the beans.
It's good stuff. We just got a first rough mix of, might be the final mix as far as I'm concerned. It sounds great to me. But of one of our songs, a new song that Maggie and Ron wrote. And anyway, I'm just pretty excited about all that
All right.
that's happening.
Well, let's jam. Let's get back to some more music with Magnolia Boulevard, and we'll talk some more in a little bit. All right, Magnolia Boulevard. They're gonna jam to what's the next song?
This is a cover song
Fire on the Bayou.
by the Meters.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
on pure snow. Buy or sell the cheap bottle of wine. Cool, cool wine going down your throat. Don't try and tell me to make you feel fine. Fire on the bayou. Fire. I said fire on the bayou. Oh, fire. So much you got, boys. I got a nickel and you got a dime. Let's get together and have a good time. Going by the field, going by a joint. When you get down, baby, you know you do it every time. Fire on the bayou. Fire. I said fire on the bayou. Oh, fire. Thank you.
It's jam.
Let's jam.
This is the other one we recorded with Luther. It's called Haunt Me. Happy Halloween.
Hey, before we get on with some more music and conversation, I did want to sort of mention something. William, it seems like every week somebody comes to me and says, "Hey, you told me about that live stream that you had on, and I missed it." And like, doggone it, I missed it, they say. And maybe I just need to remind listeners, right, that Red Barn live streams, right, tonight's any Wednesday night, the live stream remains available online for you to view at your convenience. Do we need to remind anybody of that? Evidently so. Okay, that's why we're doing it. So we're reminding you, don't miss a single episode of our program. You can always go back tomorrow and check out Magnolia Boulevard on this great live stream. Tell your friends what you like about Red Barn when you do watch it, and we're glad to have you out there. Hey, old-time music lovers, I'm excited to tell you about our show next week. It's the Hogtown String Band. They're from Eastern Kentucky. Hogtown is comprised of 3 fine and talented fellas. Thomas Albert, Hogtown's heartthrob, who also happens to play just about any string instrument known to man. Nick Lloyd, he's a professional bass maker. He's an amateur astronomer, and he's a joke historian, and we're going to have to find out exactly what that means. Finally, Mr. John Reister. He's the leader of this band. He makes fine violins in his shop out on Hogtown Ridge, which, as you might guess, the band derives their name from. Be sure to join us. That's Hogtown String Band. This fine band of players are going to have you longing for sawdust-covered floor and a frosty mug and a smoky honky-tonk. I know you're going to love it. That's Hogtown String Band next week on Red Barn Radio, in studio, and on Red Barn Radio's live stream, 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. Hey, let's get back to music with Magnolia Boulevard.
That I made, it's like they blew away in the wind. And all the wishes on the stars seem to be so far from here. Dreams I should have been wasting, I've been chasing bound to be hanging by a thread. The best I ever get. Things are gonna change around here. Things are gonna change around here. I made up my mind, finally decided, and I'm all out of tears. Things are gonna change around here. Looking for someone to blame, and I'll be damned if it wasn't me. So put the charges on me and give up and give a guilty plea. Do the time, gonna leave it behind, and I'm finally free. The best I ever get, I ain't even seen it yet. Thank you. See, this is why Ryan Allen's my best friend. Wrong key? He's going to stop it.
You got to keep an eye out for that.
And we wrote this song. That would have been a fun one. I keep forgetting what you look like, and it scares me to my bones. So I keep hanging on the good nights, and it's what helps keep you close. I never thought I'd have to wonder which way that I should turn, and it's one footing in the other. What's wrong with where we were? 'Cause the devil you know beats the one you can't see, and no matter where you go, honey, you know me. And I'll be hanging on until the bitter end. You can put me down and pick me up again, and I'll always come here. You're my favorite sin, favorite sin. She doesn't know you like I do, and I bet she'll never learn. But does she know who you cry to when you've got no place to turn? 'Cause the devil you know beats the one you can't see, and no matter where you go, Could have been a lot worse. Thanks to Ryan Allen. He saved me on that one.
We just started over, like we do usually.
Calling me out live on the air. Hello, internet world. Here's a new tune of ours. This one's called Nomad. Travel, I guess that it's written in my veins. With new morning scenes and serene sounds of unfamiliar things. And I guess there's no reason to blame. You always show me love in different ways. Unraveled and now your body tries to fail, but your gypsy soul has found solace in a book that we know so well. Whatever helps to find your peace. Just know I'm done the same, but in a different way. And I wish I could see it in your eyes. I wish I knew what it was that set you so on fire. And I wish I could see it in your eyes. I wish I knew what it was that set you so on fire.
All right. Hey, let's talk a little bit more. I got some other things I'm thinking about. Love to bounce off of you guys. Well, first of all, I think maybe it would make sense for us to just talk to some of the new players. Like Austin, I don't know you at all. Could you step up to the mic and yeah, introduce yourself? You're from West Virginia.
Yes, sir.
From is it called Hurricane?
Hurricane.
Hurricane.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get something thrown at you if you call it hurricane.
Okay, all right. No, I don't want to do that. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. All right, so, and that's where, between Huntington and Charleston?
Yeah, it's dead smack in the middle.
Okay, right between them.
Yep.
Okay, good. And so tell us about you. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
yeah.
I played guitar for as long as I can remember,
Really?
honestly, and been a fan of these guys since I can remember, since I think they literally formed. I was watching them.
Watching them from where? I mean, like,
I remember watching them at Ritter Park in Huntington. That was like one of my first times seeing them at the V Club in Huntington. It was one of my first times seeing them. This is like 2018 or something like that. It's a long time ago.
okay.
And then I was playing with another buddy of ours, Chris Justice, and he was like, "Man, you should be the guitar player at Magnolia Boulevard." And I was like, "I wish," you know what I mean? Like, I'd love that gig.
Yeah, right.
And it just so happened to work out, and here I am.
Yeah, well, so tell us about your training. You seem,
I have none,
well,
none, not even a little
Ask
bit.
him how old he is.
How old do you think
I don't
am?
ever ask that question. I rarely. I'm always curious. I always want to ask the question, but I never do. But since you've invited me to.
I know. I look like Forrest Gump. I turned 25 in June.
Okay, you turned 25.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
so yeah, I can't believe that you haven't had some. You've trained yourself.
Yeah.
So you've done a lot of
I
training.
come from a
but
pretty musical family, though.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah, so my great-grandfather was a great fiddle player. Played a lot of bluegrass, played with Bill Monroe and Kenny Baker and all them fellas.
Oh, how
and
cool. What
Was
was his name?
amazing, and his name was Dewey Thacker.
Oh, right.
That was a big start for me of trying to figure that stuff out. And
A West
figure out-
Virginia fiddler?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Great guitar player, too, believe it or not. And then, I mean, I was playing in bars and little clubs around town at like 12, 13, and then just kind of
Playing bluegrass music or playing acoustic
everything,
music?
everything. I mean, I was playing like duo sets acoustically with some dudes, and then I was playing in like a cover band with a bunch of older fellas. That like I think I was 15, and the youngest guy was maybe like 40 or so. I did that for several years, and then got into original bands with a band called Duquesne out of Huntington.
Okay, yeah.
Did that, and then just kind of kept learning through playing with people. Like I was doing a bunch of filling gigs, playing with random people, whoever I could, and country music, bluegrass. I was in bluegrass bands, country bands, rock bands, pretty hard rock bands, just everything. And there was a really cool dude by the name of David White who always told me that I should learn by like osmosis and stuff. And I mean, that obviously shows true. You know?
So we have a lot of players, who come on who are, sort of in your age group, who will talk about, learning off of YouTube mostly. Have you done a lot of that kind of thing? That just never worked for you.
No, it was like, oh, I like that song. I want to learn that song, and I just sat down and learn it. Just stop when the note's right.
Uh-huh.
Slide was the same way. Like nobody really showed me how to play slide. There is a really great guitar player back in town named Bud Carroll, who still is my big time idol. and his guitar playing just still to this day wows me.
Yeah, what do you
Um,
like?
What's that?
What do you like about it? Like, how would you describe, what it is
He
that
is
you
everything that I've ever wanted to be in a guitar player. Like, that dude can do anything. He's like a chameleon. He just fits in wherever you put him. I've seen him be in complete, like, straight up country bands, and you think he's Clarence White, and then he goes into a rock band, and you think he's Jimmy Page. Like, the dude is literally a chameleon. So I took a lot of stuff off that and him, and just like his like the concepts of the way that he plays and stuff, like how it's a lot more mental than it is physical, and tried to really enact those things.
Yeah.
So that's how I play.
Yeah, you got a great sound, and
Thank you.
and your attack is great.
Thank you.
I mean, you just go after it.
Play with confidence.
You
Somehow
don't-
believe it.
Yeah, you don't ease into a solo. You just whack
Well,
it.
when you're playing behind her, man, you gotta come with some fury. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, that's the greatest female voice I've ever heard in my life. Like, I'm just trying to hold up to her and support her.
How do you like that, Maggie? So come on.
We all know it's true.
So Maggie, and we'll come back to the others in just a second. It's interesting. I'll tell you a funny story. Is that so I was talking with a guy in here one day who was on the show, younger guy, and it's always interesting to me to hear where players get the music, where it came from, especially from their families. And this guy said, well, it was really my grandma. I said, oh, really? I said, tell me about that. And he said, I will never forget the day when my grandma took out and played for me her Leonard Skinner albums. And there was just that moment. I sat there and said, wow, I think time is passing. Yeah, it's like, wow, your grandma. I guess that means your grandma is like my age. It's just a funny thing. But what's interesting, Maggie, is that 5 years from now, there will be people on the show, and you'll talk to them. I'll talk to them, female singers I'll talk to, and I'll say, well, so who are some singers that you've really emulated? They won't say, Bonnie Raitt or, Sue. They'll say Maggie Noel. And because that other stuff, you're what's in their face now. You're what they're listening to now. And I think there's something about that that's just, I don't know where I want to go with that, except that that's it's a great thing.
Well, that makes me want to cry.
Huh.
That makes me want to cry just a little bit.
Huh. Well, I mean, it's a powerful thing, and it's like it's like the way that music wind blows, especially in our region. It's like we're learning from our family members, and we also learn from sort of our extended family, who are the other musicians in our community, and I've heard people talk about your singing for forever. And I'd love to hear you talk a little bit about where that comes from. Not necessarily the specifically the people that you emulate, but more what it is about some of your favorite singers that you want to emulate.
Oh, wow. That was so much emotion all in one question, or right before the question. Well, thank you for saying that. Yeah. That makes me feel good. It makes me do all the tinglies. Mm-hmm. But as you said, a Bonnie Raitt, Susan Tedeschi, all of those powerhouse singers. I grew up in bluegrass. I grew up in that realm of things. So when I first started listening to the blues, it really kind of set in for me, and I was like, whoa. There's a whole different world here, And Bonnie Raitt was definitely the first for me.
And where did that come from for you? Was it a family member who shared that with you, or?
My mom has still to this day has really great taste in music.
Huh. She also a singer?
She claims she's not, but she can sing.
Huh.
She can. But she had all the good Bonnie records, and then Susan Tedeschi as well. And then from there, I kind of ventured on my own and really like took a dive into Aretha and Nina and Etta James and those powerhouse just vocals that somehow have the ability to make you like, makes your heart want to burst, makes you want to cry, makes you want to, you know, jump up and down with excitement. To just the emotion behind it is really what kind of snapped with me. It was like, I really want to do that. Whether or not I figured out that I could, you know, was the thing, especially when you sound like this and everybody's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I want to be a singer.
What do you mean? I'm sorry. What do you mean sound like this?
Well, when you are an Appalachian American, people just automatically think that you're country music. You know. And that's the good. Just to touch base on that, I think that's a really good example of like kind of what our band is. Essentially, we all have so many different elements, and it's been that way from the get-go. But we also still have our roots in there as well. And my accent might poke out every once in a while. And it might sound like a country song to somebody else, but in my head, I'm still that little girl trying to be the powerhouse singer that inspired me to want to sing.
Yeah, trying. You're doing it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing it. So it's just great. Do you have to take care of your voice?
I do.
Yeah. Tell me what are some things like for singers out there who are listening now and want to preserve their voices? What are some things that you do?
Where's the camera? Where should I look? Which one? That one?
Yeah, that one would be fine right there. Yes.
Don't smoke cigarettes. Do not smoke cigarettes. Don't smoke the cigarettes. Don't smoke the vapes. You can smoke other things. Well, not everything. But don't smoke don't smoke cigarettes. Don't do it. There's a period in my life, you know, I have a daughter. She's 5 now.
All right.
And
what's her name?
Evelyn Iris.
Evelyn Iris.
If you're watching, Evie Iris, I love you. But as soon as I found out I was pregnant with my daughter, I immediately quit smoking cigarettes, and it was just a no-brainer. And we went on to play shows and toured until I was 8 months pregnant. And then I could tell, without the cigarettes, that it was just so much easier.
What was the difference that
There's
you
just
felt?
a bit of a rasp that there's a rasp that I like about my voice,
Yeah.
but there's also a rasp that I really don't like, and you know, just those little moments where it cracks here and there, and
where
that's
you
most
feel like you
definite-
lose a little bit of a control, like you don't have the
Yes.
grounding. with
Yeah.
it, right.
Just don't smoke cigarettes, kids. Don't do it.
Okay. All right. Solid piece of advice. Hey, I wonder, could we just make our way around? Brandon, you've got a mic by you. That means you get to say something. Tell us about you and your training and some of the players that have impacted you as a drummer, percussionist.
So drums, I started on drums when I first started playing music. I was about 7 years old. Grew up playing in church and stuff. And then just kind of explored off to different avenues with music and instruments. I was in the school band, but I never really had any kind of training per se, just self-taught mainly. I started playing drums because I thought Tommy Lee looked really cool from Motley Crue. And as you can tell, I kind of mimic everything about him. But he was one of the reasons I started playing drums. He was just super cool, and he was really good. And you know, him and Neil Peart, two polar opposites, but those two guys really were what made me want to play drums. And it's cool to come back and play drums here with Magnolia. It's just kind of like a full circle of my musical chairs. Just getting back on the drum set and kind of hanging out there.
As a drummer, have you explored some other sort of musical idioms? I mean, have you gotten into jazz at all? Have you ever explored that as a drummer?
So, not really. I played in some hardcore bands growing up as a kid, and that's kind of what I started playing drums with. You know, once I got out to playing with bands, they were heavy hardcore, you know, stuff like that. and just kind of I went with that, and then I started playing guitar because I realized how much I dislike loading in and loading out all of the equipment.
Oh yeah,
Guitar was really cool because I just had a guitar and an amp, and you can set it there. But these take a little extra love. But it feels really good. It feels nice to be back here and just holding it down. Me and Roddy on the low end in the rhythm section there.
Yeah, have you and Roddy played together before?
No.
Oh, nice.
No, I came to rehearsal one evening for Magnolia and met really all of these guys for the first official time.
Huh.
But yeah, me and never played with any of them, but they're all fantastic. This is a best music group that that I've played in as far as players and such. So it's real nice.
Yeah, nice. Well, good to meet you.
Yep.
Welcome. Yeah. Hey, Roddy, and what about you? What's your favorite kind of drummer to play with? What do you like most about playing with a drummer? Because you've been in bands where there isn't a drummer.
Yeah, okay, so I understand your question.
Yeah, right.
Well, my favorite kind of drummer is a drummer that keeps time and grooves.
Yeah.
And for many years I've been playing in bluegrass bands where I was part of the drums, I guess, playing the upright. And that definitely helped me on my timing end, but I'm so glad to play in a rock and roll band and be able to explore this part of something that I haven't been able to in a long time. So, and to be able to play with Brandon is a bonus. It was like you said, the first time we met, and we've been playing, I guess, going on 8 months now. Something like that. Golly.
That's when you all first assembled
as this group.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. And played a ton of shows since then, thankfully, and so far, so great.
Yeah.
So, any drummer that you throw at me, I'd love to play with. You play drums, Brad?
So yeah, when I grew up, I was always doing percussive things with eating utensils, and my parents became irritated.
Oh, yeah.
And
I believe that.
and then they said, would you like to play the drums, Brad? And I said, more than anything. And so Christmas time came, and I thought that was the day, right? Came downstairs, and there is a box down there for me, but it's something like this big. I was like, what kind of drum is that? And it was a drum pad and a, some kind of like a Mel Bay book and a pair of sticks.
Could you put your headphones in it, or
No,
they obviously didn't want to hear.
No, this
hear
was
you.
19. No, this was like
Practice pad.
Yeah, it was like it was a drum pad.
Oh.
Like from it was like 19 whatever. I don't know.
You got to. That's where they went to the drum store and was like, "Here, give this to him."
This is a good way for a youngster to learn how to play the
rock
drums.
and roll.
And so anyway, I quit.
Yeah.
And then the next stage was 2 years later, after taking lessons with some old guy with very bad breath. They got me a snare drum. And that's as far as the guy. I was sick of it by then. I learned to do flams and paradiddles, and that was it.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I want to do something else now. So anyway, I went a different direction. But hey, I wonder. I'm really curious, thinking about this time when you guys got together for the first time 8 months ago, and and I'm thinking about again that idea of a band rebooting, and you guys have this thing that you cherish, that you've lived with for a time, and now it's aspects of it are gone, and a lot of it's changing. And I'd love to hear you talk a little bit more about about the reboot, Ryan. When you decide you're going to get you're ready to do it again and to get some new players. You said, well, one value you and Maggie wanted to bring into it was you want more vocals. You want the thing to be more song-oriented versus jam-oriented. What are some other sort of values you wanted to bring into a new grouping?
Probably 2 or 3 months there where we didn't play a full band show, and we just traveled around and played a bunch of acoustic duo shows.
Just the two of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, that kind of forces you to think about the song and how you present it and the dynamics of it and when to sing and when not to sing. So that whole time, I think I was thinking of what I would like the band to sound like once we had a new band. I was thinking like who would be good, kind of what I was looking for. But like you said, the main thing was we wanted it to be song first, and we just want to be with people that we like hanging out with too. Maggie, you want to take over here and save me?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess a question I might have for you would be about Austin. So, how did you hear about Austin? And I've got to believe that there are lots and lots of awesome guitar players in this region. I mean,
You ain't kidding. They're a dime a dozen.
So no, they are not a dime a dozen, but there are so many. But
man.
there must have been something specific about what Austin does as a player that you felt was going to suit your songs well.
Yeah, when word got out we were looking for a guitar player, they were just lining up.
Yeah, speaking of,
That's how Brandon
came, because Brandon
Yeah.
is actually a really great guitarist. And I was like, well, this position's already been filled, but now we kind of need a drummer. So it all kind of panned out. It's a lot of manifesting. I'll
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
We both knew what sound we wanted, I think.
Well, for Austin anyway,
Yeah.
like he said earlier, if you're going to play with Maggie, you kind of got to sound big and mean, and I knew he could do that. And I'll tell you how I knew. How many years ago was it? 6 years ago, the first time I met Austin, we played a Leonard Skinner tribute at the Burl. I was playing keyboards, and my keyboard was set up right in front of his huge amp.
Though, is it the one he has here?
No.
Oh, no, I had a half stack with 200-watt heads
Oh.
on top.
Yeah.
I felt so sorry for Ryan.
It
I
was
don't
Like,
know.
I remember apologizing to him and just being like, man, I'm sorry.
And I was like, what?
That may be the biggest amp we've had on this stage. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, you
can't
should have
imagine,
seen
yeah.
this
It
Skinner amp.
was a lot.
The speakers were,
It was too much. I was a young man.
You're
It's a
good
different time.
compensating in some way, I'm sure.
So I'm sitting there, and those speakers are right at head level with me because I'm sitting down. But there were a bunch of great guitar players in that band, and I remember we showed up for rehearsal, and every time a solo came around, they just looked at Austin because they knew that he knew it. And they didn't really know it. They were just kind of faking them. But Austin came in there, and he knew every note to every solo. I was like, this kid's for real, man.
And that's the way your brain works, Austin, is that when you hear solos from, if you play a cover tune, you're not going to noodle. You're going to play what was originally played.
I remember specifically and all that stuff. Like, those Skinner songs are ingrained in me. So, like, I
Sure.
was trying to stay with the spirit of the solo. But, if
Yeah.
there was a moment where the band was going a little bit longer, I'd throw my own
Yeah,
thing in.
sure.
You know what I mean? But, like, as long as it fit the spirit of the song, that's what I'm always going for. It's the same thing with these tunes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to emulate anybody. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
breathe my own thing into it and let it be what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. That's really what we're to do as players, right? For songs, fuel the song.
Yeah,
Support the song.
You're always trying to, like, if I wanted to hear, a note per note solo, I'd go turn on the jukebox and hear the original.
Yeah.
But I always try to just do my own little thing. That's what I am.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I'm looking forward to getting back to some more music, and I also have to take a leak. So why don't we go ahead and have you guys play some more music? Let's welcome back Magnolia Boulevard.
Bathroom music.
Yeah.
today like I was dying. Too much darkness on my mind. And I wondered how I let it happen. I wasted so much of my time. But I'm here and I'm still standing. 'Cause these strong-willed women survive. Well, I tell myself tomorrow's better, and this time I might not be wrong. 'Cause all life's illusion can make your heart turn into stone. But I'm here and I'm still standing. 'Cause these strong-willed women survive. Yeah, I'm still here and I'm still breathing. 'Cause these strong-willed women survive. Concrete variety and abstract art. Your eyes were wandering on me in the dark. When I died of regret, I never could sleep. But regrets seduce memories we don't wanna keep. I felt today like I was dying. Too much darkness on my mind. And I wondered how I let it happen. I've wasted so much of my time. But I'm here and I'm still standing. 'Cause these strong-willed women survive. Yeah, I'm still here and I'm still breathing. 'Cause these strong-willed women survive. Yeah, I'm still here and I'm still standing. 'Cause these strong-willed women survive. I'm alive, 'cause we survive. Thank you. We're going to play an old tune of mine. Ryan Allen kind of resurrected. I didn't like it for the longest time, and now I kind of like it.
It's a great intro. I hope you guys kind of like it.
Hope you like it.
Hope you kind of like it. A little bit.
I love this song.
Me too.
words keep slipping away. And I know that it's probably wrong to sit and think of you all day long, but I don't know how to be. You got a hold of me, and I don't know how, don't know how you came around and spun my life around. Your magic, and I'm spellbound. Well, I woke up today and felt this certain way, but it's hard to put my finger on things, baby. And I know that you can be a shadow in the dark with me, but I can show you light and darkness, baby. And I don't know how, don't know how you came around and spun my life around. Your magic, and I'm spellbound. You got me tied to you, yeah, it's true. And we dance to your tune in the light of your moon. But now look at me now. Look at me now. I don't know how. Don't know how you came around and spun my life around. Your magic and I'm
Kind of like that.
Kind of like that.
Kinda.
5.
Just kinda. That's 5.
Shoo, Lord. Well, this is my new favorite. This is a new one called On My Own. the fight out of me. I'm running right out of steam. I'm not as weak as you think. I'm better off on my own. On my own. I'm better off on my own. I'm better off on my own. Will love me tomorrow when you're tired out.
All right. Well, there are many people to thank for our broadcast. First, Magnolia Boulevard, our guest on tonight's program. We want to thank all of you for listening to our webcast, watching us on social media, and those listening to us on the growing network of Red Barn stations and media worldwide. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn's premier radio partner, Central and Eastern Kentucky's radio news leader. You can listen online at weku.org because it's your chance to hear more great live music from Red Barn Radio and WEKU, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Those of you here in the Central Kentucky area, speaking of that, be sure to check out Red Barn TV. It's our weekly program of music, now on ABC 36 WTVQ every week. Red Barn Radio comes to you from our home, the Arts Place Performance Hall in downtown Lexington, Kentucky. Our website has updates and further information on our guests and our program. We are on the web at redbarnradio.com. Hey, now before we actually close out tonight's program, let's bring back Magnolia Boulevard for one more.
Say I love you. With no heartbreak, easy to take. One look in your eyes and I'm brand new. And I'll break down the walls that I built once before, 'cause you built me up and you made me you made me more. Me around all day. You think that I grow tired, but it don't happen that way. You gave me life, and I did for you the same. to walk through this life and conquer each passing day. And I'll break down the walls that I built once before, 'cause you built me up and you make me say I love you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you,
All
Red
right.
Barn, for having us.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that's all for our show for this week, folks. But you can see and hear Red Barn Radio worldwide as we stream live on the web on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. Hey, and it's always great to hear from all of you who listen to Red Barn Radio's archive performances on your favorite streaming platforms. And speaking of you listeners, before, during, or after you enjoy Red Barn Radio, hey, take just a moment to engage with us. Your comments, your sharing, all mean so much to us and are going to keep us growing and continuing our mission to bring roots music, Southern style, to your neck of the woods. And now we bid you good night. Let's stick together. Let's support each other, and let's join up again next week for another great evening of music and conversation on Red Barn Radio. I'm Bradford Becker. See you next time.